Good afternoon, Mr. Claywell.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ham.
How have you been, sir?
Today has been fantastic, brother.
Hey, the weather outside today, oh my God, 75 degrees in August in Kentucky. No humidity. What in the world?
It's a blessing.
Yeah, how did we end up with that?
I don't know. I'm just glad we did. It's been a wonderful day today. I've had a lot of fun. We'll talk about it in just a minute, though.
Okay, sounds
First,
good.
I would like to say, everybody out there, we're now on all the social medias. You can find us on Twitter at Two Minds Podcast.
Awesome. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Two Minds Podcast.
If you want to shoot us an email, that's at twomindspodcast@gmail.com. And our website for the podcast itself is twominds.podbean.com. And you can check us out there and pick up our feed link if you want to drop that into your favorite podcasting app. It's twominds.podbean.com/feed. And that'll subscribe you straight to us so you can make sure you get all our new episodes when they come out.
Awesome. Definitely give us a favorites and follow us if you can. I mean, you know, we love to know that you're hearing all of this wonderful things that we're saying, I guess, right?
Exactly. If I can make one person laugh in a day, I've done a good thing.
Hey, you know what?
That's the way I see it.
I feel like sometimes I make too many people laugh during the day.
I hear you. Yeah.
So, episode 3. We've done the thing twice now, and I'm still enjoying it. I'm loving this. This is really, really fun.
I have a great time every time we hang out.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And all the people, I'm still blown away by all the feedback, all the positive feedback, all the love we're getting
Absolutely.
out there. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really humbled.
Yeah, and
it means a lot.
And you know, the fact that you know, we've seen downloads now, you know, all over the nation. That's amazing. I'm loving it. It is crazy. I would have never thought that this would go that far this quickly, if at all.
Yeah.
So it's been a blast, and I look forward to many, many more to come.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. So speaking of this glorious weather that we're having today, you're not going to believe what I did.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I finally got my bicycle back from the mechanic.
Nice.
I went out and had me a nice little teeny tiny ride today.
You know.
It's my first ride all year. I've been lazy all year. I'm feeling just blah physically. I felt pretty bad this year, and I finally got some money up, was able to afford it, got my bike fixed, went out today, had like a little 8-mile ride, which is
8 miles is a little ride. Come on, dude.
Well, you know,
yeah, I'm good to do 8 miles on the Harley, not a bicycle. So
comparatively, you know, I used to do 40, 50 miles on a ride on the bicycle. So an 8-mile ride's a big drop for me, but it's a good start to go back to it. The weather was amazing. So it was just a great day. The wind was down. So
did you track the ride?
Yeah.
So how was your elevation? Do you
I
recall?
think it's about 400 feet total gain.
That's
total
not
climb.
bad.
It's not bad. Pretty slow, but I'm just starting back. I think I averaged just a little over 12 miles an hour.
Not bad at all.
So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to keep it up. I'm just so happy to have it back in working order so I can get out there and ride. It's one of my favorite pastimes. I've missed it all summer, all spring and summer. I've really missed it. So I'm just really happy and excited to be back out doing it. I'm so looking forward to keeping it going.
Good deal.
Yeah, I'm really happy, and all the people that I ran into out on the road today.
Yeah,
because I went to like a little local, pretty popular spot for cyclists.
Yeah,
everybody was so positive and happy. They were just glad to see me. It was people I know.
This was your old crew then.
Yeah. It's the guys.
Awesome.
The guys I used to ride with and I saw probably 5 or 6 of them out on the road today. We weren't together. We just passed each other, and everybody was all, hey, good to see you, man. Keep it up.
That's awesome.
So it was
awesome.
really nice, and it really brought my spirits up.
Absolutely.
On the whole day. And I'm feeling better right now. I feel better.
Hey, you know what? I mean, a lot can be said for exercise. I mean, not only does it give you that, that positive boost in energy, but it also, I mean, it's good mentally, it's good physically, it's just good, emotionally. Everything that can be good is good whenever it comes to exercise. I mean, it's just an all-around good thing. So.
Right. Helps build you up physically, lowers your stress levels, all that stuff, get your mind in a better spot. So, and I can immediately, as soon as I got off the bike, I felt like I wanted to vomit because my body was like, "What are you thinking,
what
you
did
crazy
you do
person?
To me?
You can't just go from sitting on the couch all day for a year and a half to go out and ride like this." So there was a minor revolt, but once that subsided, I felt great.
Good deal.
I felt really good. Yeah.
Good deal.
So what about you? What do you?
My day was not nearly as eventful. And we're talking like, get some lawn work done, but I did enjoy this nice weather. I was outside pretty much all day today. Me and the wife and the kid hung out on the front porch after the mowing was done and all of that. We just kind of sat around and enjoyed the breeze. It was just a really, really beautiful day. One of those that you just can't hardly buy in Kentucky because this time of year, normally it's so sweltering hot. The humidity is through the roof. And today, I mean, was like, early fall. It was really, really nice. So, it was a great day, really good day. So enjoyed it very much.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the bad part. When I got home, I did have to mow the yard.
Hey, you know what?
That's like one of my least on household chores. That's right at the bottom.
See, now I'm the exact opposite. Of the household chores, that's one of those at the top because it allows me a few minutes to just kind of break away from everything. I throw the earbuds in, throw the local radio station on, and I get to just kind of zone out, listen to music, and then kind of, I guess one of the things that I like about mowing is you can see the progress you make. It's immediate gratification. It's just instant. So, and when it's done, I love the smell of freshly cut grass. I love the way the lawn looks. I think it's one of those things. I don't know. I guess I should work at a golf course or something because I would really enjoy just riding around on the mower all day.
Well, I think that's part of my problem with lawn maintenance.
That's right. You did that as a profession once.
I did it for a while. That's not. It's my allergies. One of my biggest allergies is grass.
Yeah.
It really when I'm cutting it, I start sneezing and carrying on.
Do you still wear the mask? I know you did that for a while, didn't you?
No, I mean I probably should, but if it gets on me, like if I'm weed eating and it kicks back and gets up on me, I'll break out. Big itchies.
Yeah,
I hate it.
So it's a Benadryl before you do lawn. Huh?
Well, I mean,
that would help.
Yeah. Also, that might cause me to drive my lawnmower through the neighbor's house when I fall asleep because Benadryl knocks me out cold, sir.
Oh goodness, awesome though. I mean, yeah, it's been a great day though. Both all the way around. So, I can't say enough about this weather and today.
It finally feels it's like it's what a good summer day should be.
Absolutely, yeah, you're right. Absolutely. So. I guess today we're going to touch base on a few things that we enjoy doing through the summer. I mean, we've talked a little bit about the bicycle. That's right. And I know that's something you want to get back into. And I'm thinking too, this time of year is about perfect for getting back into that because you're not going to be up against the humidity and the heat and all of that. So you may get a few of those rides in where it's a little cooler, so it's not as hard on you.
I hope so.
And then through the winter, I guess you'll continue to train some.
Yeah, looking for some indoor.
Yeah.
There's a good indoor program around, so I'm going to try to get in on that.
Good deal. So aside from bicycling, some of these summertime activities that we've done in the past, what are some of the peaks? What are some of the favorites? Like vacations, staycations, hobbies, anything like that?
Well, anybody that actually knows me knows that I'm not much of a vacation kind of guy.
We kind of pulled you in that one time, or twice, something like that.
I typically am more of a staycation guy. I do like to take some time off work now and then, but typically I relax at home.
Right.
I read a couple of books.
Just kind of chill out and
catch up on some TV shows on Netflix. I like traveling places, but I travel so much for work,
right,
that it makes me not want to go so much when I'm on vacation.
Yeah,
I just for me
one of those things where if you could just like zap yourself from here to there.
Yeah, if instant teleportation, like Star Trek style, I would be all over the world.
Absolutely.
But having to actually travel to places, it's I do it so much every day that I just kind of want to stay home when I get time off work. But I do love taking off work. I mean, as we, in our last episode, I love reading.
Yeah.
I love movies. Absolutely. I love television.
Yeah.
Video games, all that stuff. But they're not really great. That's wintertime, rainy day stuff most of the time.
It's normally not the big vacation things, but then again, if you do enjoy staying at home, those are the things that you have available to you. Yeah, absolutely. And if that's what you enjoy, then that's a perfect vacation.
Right.
So
for me,
yeah. Now I'm a traveler, and the reason I guess I've always been a traveler, like since I was a kid. Mom and Dad have always taken us on various vacations, and we've gone typically East Coast, but there are certain little hot spots that we hit to that are I guess the go-to places that you would see for that people go to for vacation, Myrtle Beach, Daytona Beach, Disney, stuff like that. But since getting out on my own, I've started hitting a few of these other places that we didn't always go to. And I guess, I don't know, I've found that some of those are a lot nicer than the ones that are all like, I guess, beached up and the tourist hot spots. So
right.
One of the places that we've gone to over the past couple of years has been Charleston, South Carolina. And
you make it sound amazing,
dude. Been there 3 times now over the past, I want to say 5 years. Typically, I think we skipped a summer, skipped a summer, went again. And yeah, it is absolutely one of the most, I don't know, it's so down keyed. Like it's downplayed so much. There's not a whole lot of like touristy kind of things there.
Right.
But the history, the downtown area, the local, I guess, people, the local food, it's just, I don't know, it's one of those towns that I would move to. It's just so nice. And then if you do want to go and see the touristy kind of things, Folly Beach, which is this really, really, really nice kind of little beach community that's just south of Charleston. And it just has a strip, a bunch of beach homes, couple of restaurants, and that's about it. It's just so, I guess, removed from the hustle and bustle. And then you go to the north end, you have Isle of Palms, and locals call that Party Beach because that's pretty much what it is. And when I say that, most people that have gone to a beach, especially like say Myrtle Beach or something like that, you know that there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people and it's elbow to elbow. But even there on Isle of Palms, the distance between you and the next group of people may be 200 or 300 feet. So it's not like there's a lot of people even there, and that's where they call Party Beach. So it's so
it's not like a keg party.
No. Okay. No, not at all. But it's it is just by far one of my favorite places to go now, and it's not that far of a drive. From home here, we can be sitting in Charleston in about 8 hours, so it's not a bad drive.
I didn't realize it was that close.
Yeah. You
okay.
Yeah, straight down 75, hit 40 and to 26, and it drops you off in downtown. I mean, literally, just follow the interstate straight down. It's not a bad trip at all. I mean, we left here. I think on this trip we left about I want to say 8 that morning, 7:30, 8 that morning, and at 5 o'clock that afternoon, we were checked into our hotel, and that was with stopping a couple of times and grabbing food, fuel. Yeah, not bad.
Now, did you take a little bit with you this time?
We did take a little bit. Yeah, she a little pumpkin. That morning she slept, and she slept up until almost noon. The hum of the car and the all of that. She just was a little trooper. And then whenever she woke up, she was all about what's going on. Now by the time we got there, about 3:30 or 4 that afternoon, she was done with riding. So she did really well. First time to the beach, we got to take her over to the beach, and took the dog as well. Took Harley with us, and he got to play in the surf as well, and that was a lot of fun. So yeah, we just had a really 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 good time. And some of the people that are there, I mean the locals, I mean you will not find friendlier people.
Now that's always nice to find in a when you're traveling.
Yeah, and I've got to put in a plug. There's a seafood restaurant in Charleston.
Now we're not sponsored by anybody.
We're not sponsored by anyone at all, but it doesn't matter. This place is so amazing. It's called Hyman's Seafood. It's on Market Street in Charleston. Absolutely some of the best food I've ever eaten in my life. And the last 2 times that we've been there, this time and the time before, we have personally been greeted by Eli Hyman of Hyman's Seafood, like the owner. He makes sure that you're taken care of. Everything we've ever ordered there has been spot on perfect as far as cooking. It's fresh seafood, and the atmosphere in the place is just out of this world. It's really, really good. If you're going, I strongly recommend it. It is awesome.
What's a must-have? What's something you have to get while you're there?
The hush puppies, and you can order them as just a side. They do come with the meal, but most people will order just a side of them. They are amazing, and he makes they make a pimento cheese. And now, guys, I'm not a pimento cheese person. I do not like it typically. I don't like the consistency. I don't like the flavor, none of that. But the first time that we were there, Eli came around and he was asking, hey, how have you guys been here before? And I, the words out of my mouth was yes. And you are why we come back. This place is that good. And so he, thanked us, talked to us for a couple of minutes, and then walked away. Within 3 or 4 minutes, this little dude comes out with a bowl of pimento cheese with Captain wafers, crackers around it,
right,
and sets it down on the table. And we're like, that's not ours. And he was like, yeah, this is table blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, but we didn't order it. He said, oh, okay. So he takes it back. And we're like, huh, that was odd. So then he turns around, he gets to the kitchen, and I see him talking to someone. We don't know who he's talking to, but he comes back and he goes, yeah, this is yours. And I'm like, we didn't order it. So coming up behind him is Eli Hyman, and he goes, listen, guys, just wanted to show, say that we really appreciate you coming here and the good things that you've said about us. And I wanted to give this to you kind of on the house. And we're like, well, thanks, man. That's really cool. So he walks away. Ashley and I look at each other like, oh my God, pimento cheese? Ugh. No. So I thought,
this stuff's so bad they got to give it away.
That's pretty much what I'm thinking. Yeah, this is the stuff that they just get rid of. So I'm like, well, let's just give it a try if nothing else. So I take a cracker and put a little bit on there. Oh my God, dude. We both were fighting over who was going to lick the bowl clean. It was so good. And when he came back by, he said, well, what did you guys think of the pimento cheese? And I'm like, I don't know what you did put in there. It is so good. He's like, there's only 4 ingredients. And I was like, what are they? He just kind of smiled. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to tell you. But it was so good. So yeah, if you go to Charleston, definitely check out Hyman's Seafood. Just a great place to eat. So
now I will say that is one thing I do enjoy doing is maybe not necessarily just in the summertime, but I guess traveling is kind of associated with summertime, but going out and finding new places to eat.
Absolutely.
I love that.
We've hit a few places that, I mean, you've always said, hey, we're going to go here for birthday, or we're just going to go here for today. And yeah, I've really enjoyed the places that you've gone. One that stands out in my mind in Lexington, Bacar's. Not Bacar's. Marika's Beer Stew.
It's closed right now.
What? No.
They're rebuilding the building that it's in.
Well, that's not such a bad thing.
Unfortunately, it's closed right now. But good food.
Yeah, Marika's is really, really good. If you like German fare, it is really good.
Yeah, and they have a tremendous on tap beer selection.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, their food menu is like 3 pages, and their beer menu is like 185 pages or something. They've got a ridiculous beer selection.
Like most places will break it down to like imports and domestics.
Yeah.
They break it down to like
per country.
It's like per country.
Yeah.
And it's not like small selections either.
No.
You get like 20 or 30 in each country, and it's unreal. It was really good food there.
I like that place a lot. Now you're talking about Eli from Hyman's. Yeah. That reminds me a lot of Chef Tony.
No, Chef Richard.
Chef Richard. Yeah. Chef Richard from Basil's.
Basil's. Now, did you hear that he is opening a restaurant here in Somerset?
Oh, my God. I'm going to weigh 8,000 pounds.
Yes. Yeah, he bought the old Guthrie's building and is opening a restaurant in the
But they just reopened.
It may be him. I don't know. It was in the newspaper a couple or 3 months ago, and it had his picture up there, and I was like, hey, that's Chef Richard. And sure enough, it said that he had bought that building and was remodeling some on the inside and was getting ready to open up down there. So I don't know what the food selection will be. I don't know if it'll be an Italian like what he's done before, or if it'll be more steakhouse or like lake food type stuff, like what they've done before. But you're right. It is reopened, and it is still under Guthrie's name. I don't know if he's just kept everything because it was all over the building or what, but and it may not be him, but it was in the newspaper that he was opening a place in Somerset. So,
well, now that is amazing.
Yeah.
I'll have to go check that out if it's Chef Richard.
Yeah, Chef Richard is amazing. And for those of you guys who have never been to Basil's in Corbin, this guy is... He is the most interactive chef you will ever meet in your life. And he's not necessarily cooking. He's out greeting.
Yeah, he's out checking the tables, and entertaining the customers, making sure everything's okay.
If you get your drink before he's made it to your table, he feels like he's failed. He wants to come out and greet you immediately. The first time Mr. Claywell and I were over there, we rode the bikes over, and we got sat down, and he came over and started talking to us, and immediately told us, grab all of your things. We're going to go to the back. So we took off to the...
He moved us.
What is it? The Capone room? Is that what he...
The Capone room, yeah.
It was like something out of Chicago. It was brick walls and really dark and all that kind of stuff. And it was where the bar was. And he set us down at the bar and personally waited on us.
Gave us some great... He basically became our personal sommelier. Yeah. He gave us some great wine recommendations for the food.
He did.
It did pair amazingly. I'm not a big wine drinker. Everybody that knows me makes fun of my soda pop wine.
Pretty tasty stuff though, even if it is carbonated.
I like it. But he did pair us with some really good wines.
Calamari that he suggested was, it was spot on. And having calamari with either Parmesan or just pepper. I had never done that before, just pepper, and it was really good.
It was really good.
And not to mention, too, the martial arts demonstrations in the middle of the meal. He's out there like throwing punches and kicks, and like I say, he's the most interactive chef that I've ever seen.
And that restaurant is the first place I've ever had chicken Parmesan.
Oh, really?
And I really did enjoy it.
Yeah.
I've always been afraid it would be really soggy and mushy because of the tomato sauce on the fried chicken.
But typically...
And that wasn't. It was super crisp. Very well done.
Most that I've had have not been like any kind of like sogginess. Most of the time they crisp the chicken, the breading really well.
Right.
And then After that, they put the tomato sauce on and immediately serve it. So it's normally not a soggy kind of a dish, even though it sounds like it probably would be. Plus, you got to think too, any type of liquid that is going to be on there is going to pass past the chicken through the pasta and kind of settle at the bottom of the plate. So,
well, I mean, given my own culinary expertise that I have, my only experience with that dish previous was microwave meals.
Yeah, those are typically not all that grand.
Yeah, and it comes out kind of mushy when you get it out of the microwave.
Yeah,
I'm not a culinary master.
I'm not either.
Give me a break.
I like to piddle a little bit around the kitchen.
You're a phenomenal cook.
Hey, I appreciate it. That's flattering. But again, there are things that are out there that intimidate me. I don't necessarily want to mess with certain things. And then again, there are some things that I've like kind of bitten off more than I want to chew. And sometimes it comes out great, sometimes not so much. But I don't know. I'm not I like my own cooking. That's my problem though, because that's I don't see this as necessarily like being a big guy. It's an investment. Someday I may have to live off of this.
Right. So we've been doing all this stuff. Great weather.
Mm-hmm.
A few weeks ago, my stepsister came up.
Yeah.
I tried my best to cook food.
Tried.
It was eaten. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So it was edible. Nobody got sick.
That's good.
So that's a bonus.
Hey, that's always a plus. If you can start there and build from that, you're good.
So afterwards, we all went and did a thing I haven't done in a long time.
Yeah.
It's something I really enjoy doing, especially in the summertime. We went and played some disc golf.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We went down to the course over at Rocky Hollow down there.
I've not been to Rocky Hollow. I've heard it's a nice course, though.
Well, we made it through the first 9 baskets.
Yeah.
Then it got dark on us.
Oh, yeah.
Because we
just going in after supper.
Yeah, we went in after supper, so it was a little late when we got there. But it's a nice course. It can be murder, though.
I've heard it's fairly steep.
Well,
sideways.
Yeah,
steep.
It's sideways. So you walk along the edge of a hill like a mountain goat, going from the tee to the basket.
Like a mountain goat.
You ever seen a goat? Well, I mean, this is relative to me and you, and probably not many other people. You see those goats over at the quarry on the high wall?
The ones that can like leap from, a 57. By the way, a 57 is like a quarter size rock. Leap from a 57 to a 57 straight up 30 feet. Yeah, those guys.
Yeah, there's just like this, what to me appears to be a sheer vertical wall of rock. And there's a goat halfway up it somehow.
Standing there, like levitating.
Yeah, and he's just levitating on this walk. That's kind of what it feels like over there.
Wow.
And you're playing the length of the hill, not up and down the hill. So one bad hop from the disc, and it'll edge up and just roll all the way down the hill.
Oh, my Lord.
And then you got to toss it back up the hill.
Here's probably what I would do then. I would probably go ahead and make that first one and then just play from the bottom of the hill from that point forward. Just play the bottom valley and then shoot up to maybe the basket. I don't know.
Yeah, it was rough. It's a good course, though. It's fun. But that's something else I really enjoy doing in the summertime is I'm not big on the high intensity physical activities, but I do like to get out and do some things.
Yeah, and something like that, you can really just enjoy being outside. It's not a fast pace or anything like that. What was it, a few years ago when we went to Lure Lodge? They had turned the par 3 course over there into that disc golf course.
Yeah, they had an old par 3 golf course.
Yeah,
and they turned it into a disc golf course.
Yeah, that was a good course. It was so hot that day. Do you remember poor Abby? Oh my God. For those of you who don't know, Abby was our boxer. She was an amazing, amazing dog. We lost her back in January, but that day we took her with us. And it got so hot. Well, now, mind you, we carry water for her and made sure that she was hydrated.
And we stopped in the shade.
We stopped in the shade. Oh,
because we were dying too.
Yeah,
it was hot.
It was hot. But there was one point where she basically just gave up on it. She was like, you know what? I'm done. And she laid down and literally slid head first down this hill. Like she was just like, yeah, I'm done. And she's just sliding along there. Now, we're talking this dog so close to like overheating death, it looked like. And what were we on? Like the 16th or 17th hole? We were getting really close to the end.
We were almost done.
And we see this brown mass at the foot of a tree, the base of a tree.
Yep.
And I thought, what in the world?
Now not like a forest. Just one tree out in the middle, golf course.
Yeah, in the middle of the golf course, like the only spot of shade on this golf course.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we see this massive brown at the base of the tree, and we're like, what in the world is that? So as we get a little closer, we see that we think it's an animal of some kind, and we're like,
it starts to move a little bit.
We're like, oh God, it didn't move at first because we thought it's dead. Whatever it is laying there, and it's dead. So as we approach just to see what this is, we realize it's a fawn. It's a baby deer. Yeah. Like we're talking with spots, tiny little baby deer.
Yeah, it couldn't have been more than a month at most.
Oh, yeah, beautiful little animal. And it wasn't dead by all means. No. It was just shading and it jumps, or actually Abby goes to sniff it, and it jumps up.
So the deer is frozen, completely frozen with fear. Their first instinct is to lie still, and the threat will probably not see them and pass by.
Right, but this poor thing is four humans and a dog.
Yeah, and it's in perfectly manicured golf course grass. It's not in the high weeds. It's laying like right on like very well manicured golf course grass.
Abby gets within 5 feet.
She almost touches it with her nose.
Yeah,
and
it jumps up. Oh my! And the sound that it makes. I don't know. Am I going to be able to get you to do it? Because if not, I'll give it a try. Oh my God. It makes this sound, and Abby, it's like all of the life in her body just like manifests into this sprint.
Oh yeah.
After this, and like
from I'm so tired I can't even stand up. I'm just gonna slide down a hill
to full tilt,
dragging Ashley across the golf course after this fawn.
Now, mind you, the fawn makes it to the edge of the woods, goes in there, and we never see it again. And then afterwards, it's almost like Abby had a new lease on life because she was like, maybe I'll see another one of those things.
Yeah, she was checking out everything after that.
Yeah, we finished up that golf course and got out of there. But it was a hot day, but it was a fun day. Disc golf, and we played another course, one in Lexington, the park behind
Shillito Park.
Is that what it is?
Called? Yeah,
that was a really nice course as well.
It's really nice, but man, I got eat up by something over there.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes or chiggers or I don't know what they were, but I had places all over my ankles.
Huh.
I got eat up by something down there. But
wow.
Yeah, that was Shillito Park down behind the Fayette Mall.
Yeah, it was a nice course. It was well maintained and it was a fun course. It had a lot of variety to it.
Yeah. Yeah, that one is probably one of the better for different obstacles.
Yeah.
There's some water, there's trees, there's some par 5s, some par 3s.
Right. A lot of angled shots that you would have to make as well. I thought that was pretty nice.
And then, of course, down at Pulaski County Park down here, we've got another one.
Mm-hmm. We do.
It's a little rough.
There are places
Well, I meant rough, like they let it grow up a little much.
Well, that, and then when you're playing back and forth through the ravine, there's some places there that you're playing straight uphill or you're playing from the top to the bottom, and some of the shots that you make, it's pretty rough. It's a tough course.
Yeah, I've lost more than one disc over there on PC Park.
Yeah, I think one of mine, I think I still have a wraith that's stuck in one of the trees down there. I think it embedded itself so far into that tree that it's now a part of it. So, but yeah, it like I say, that is a fun course over there as well. But that now on the other hand, disc golf, I also play like just regular golf.
Right.
And I just purchased a new bag for my clubs. I bought an OGO bag, and I'm hoping that sometime here in the next week hopefully in the next day or two, I'm going to get to go out and play around the golf. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I've played courses, everything from, here local in Somerset, Burnside area, even like down in Stearns, Kentucky. And one of my favorite courses of all time, and I don't know, I'm kind of partial to this one because I lived over in that neck of the woods, but there's a course called Shady Hollow, and it's over in Cub Run, Kentucky. Now we're talking like Mammoth Cave area. It's tucked back in the middle of nowhere, and it, honest to God, feels like a miniature golf course that has been blown up to full size. So like some of the holes, like some of the holes are like stair steps down this hill. You'll shoot from a tee box across a ravine to just the green. They have an island green. The whole course was designed by a top 10 player. His name's Kenny Perry. He's from over in that neck of the woods. And he does a scramble there a couple of times a year.
What's a scramble?
Okay.
Besides eggs.
Okay. A scramble is you have typically a 3 or 4 man team, and you play typically best ball. So you'll have all 4 of you will shoot from the tee box. Whoever's ball is in the best position, all of you play from that spot. Then you hit again, and then you continue that way. So if you can put a 4-man team together and you've got one guy that is absolutely amazing at driving, you've got another guy that's really good at recovery shots, you got another guy that's really good at getting it like on the green or right at the green, and you got someone that can putt, man, you've got a team that you've put together, and you can win these scrambles. Typically people, you'll win money or you'll win merchandise or something like that. And he always hosts a couple of those each year. Now, the one time that we were going to go over there and play a round of golf, didn't realize that he was having a scramble that day. So,
so you guys just kind of got to sit and watch. Huh?
We just basically, we went over and we got to sit and watch. He always sets up at the 18th hole, which is the island green. And at the end of it, right there, he has this like nice little like tent that he sets up, and he was that year. I'm thinking it was TaylorMade that he was promoting. So he was signing a hat, and he'd give you a hat, and he would hit the ball for you on the 18th. We were there. Fellow that I worked with were there roughly an hour and a half, just watching him hit golf balls on to the 18th. While we were there, he put 2 in the cup, and he knocked the side out of the cup once, hitting the ball directly into the hole.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Unbelievable with the accuracy that this guy had. But yeah, it's a pretty amazing thing. And like I said, that golf course is so much fun. But that's one of the things that I really enjoy. And I'm like I say, I'll go out, even if I have to go by myself, I'll go out and play 9 or 18 holes just to get outside and like I say, just be outside and enjoying things.
I would go with you sometime.
Yeah.
But all your clubs face the wrong way.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Backward clubs, don't I?
They're all backwards.
Yeah.
I don't know how, like every single one of them, I'd take them back. I'd get my money back if I was you.
Well, if it wouldn't offend you, there's actually another set of clubs at the house that are facing the right direction for you. So if you want to come out sometime and play, by all means, I've got a set of right-handed clubs as well.
Oh, well. Damn, now I got to find another excuse.
So yeah, those are some of the things that we enjoy doing, though. Like hobbies, I definitely the disc golf. That's something both of us enjoy.
Yeah, I can get into that.
Yeah,
the regular golf I've only ever done one time.
Yeah,
over at Lure Lodge when it was still there, the par 3 course. Par 3?
Yeah.
I think I was somewhere on the day, probably averaged out per hole plus 30.
Like.
Per
just
hole.
one per hole.
Yeah. Averaged out.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'm real good. Every once in a while, I can even hit the ball.
Hey, you know what? That's kind of the.
My uncle.
I've heard it said.
So my uncle took me to a driving range. This is how good I am. So I am so good that he wasted a whole bucket of balls, and I only used 3.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
I just go pick it up and put it back on the tee again. That's how far I was hitting them.
I had an interesting little experience that happened this year at the driving range.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I had bought I bought a new set of clubs back last fall. Bought a set of Callaways, and then I bought a driver, and of course, the driver that I bought, I should have known better. The price was way, way, way too good for that nice of a driver. So I took it to the driving range, and I thought I'll hit a couple of buckets of balls just to get a feel for this thing. First couple of hits, it felt funny. I was like, there's something not quite right with this club. And by about the fifth or sixth swing, it was making a noise. Like, not the that you hear whenever.
Oh, okay.
It's not that nice, whenever you make good contact.
Right.
It was more like a every time you'd hit. And I was like, this is not good. So, I inspected this. I looked it over. I thought, is the fiberglass? Is it something going on there in the shaft, or is it the head? Is it loose? Something's going on. So a couple more swings, dude, that thing came apart in my hands. The shaft split evidently right under one of the, like where the little sticker is, the Callaway original thing, it was cracking at that point. And dude, oh my God, when that thing came apart, there was a guy that was like two like little lanes down from me. And here I am, I swing this club and hit this ball, and the freaking driver explodes in my hand. You should have seen the look on his face. He was like, oh my God, what just happened? I was like, my club broke. He goes, how hard are you hitting that thing?
Well, I can't see where they're landing if that tells you anything.
I could have shown Tiger a thing or two that day, but at least according to that guy.
Wow.
It was pretty funny.
Swinging so hard, you done broke the club.
Oh, my Lord. My Lord. All right. So we've got some hobbies that we both enjoy doing like separately, but man, there's one that we both do together. And hey, I love it every time we get together to do this.
It's always fun.
And that is, the motorcycles. Dude.
Without a doubt.
Oh, my God. I've only been riding now, about 5 years, 6 years? Is that it's been?
Probably.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Probably about that. Yeah.
And I can't get enough of it. I'd love to have ridden more this summer, but
we've been missing you all summer.
Yeah,
buddy.
I know. Having Penelope at the house has been just it's been all consuming. And I figure once she gets up and she's running around and we're not carrying her around everywhere, because I wouldn't care even to leave the house and leave her with Ashley. But, I figure I need to be at the house. I need to pull my weight on this as well. And she needs a break every now and then. So I've had to stay home a lot this summer, but I actually rode the bike over here this afternoon. I'm out.
Hey, I heard you rolling in.
Yeah. It was nice. I'm going to say something. I'm going to admit this is going to be my confessional for today. Okay.
All right.
When I started the bike earlier, I had to get the cobwebs off of it.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that if you don't have the time to polish a Harley, you don't need to own it. And I've not had time this summer.
Well, I can't say anything about polishing. My bike never is clean.
Yeah, well.
But I keep it running.
That's the main thing, right?
I keep most of the bug guts off of it most of the time.
At least off the windshield, right?
Yeah, at least, especially off the windshield.
Yeah. So where have you guys ridden to this year? I've not been involved so much, but I'm sure you guys have done
biggest
some
ride
rides.
we did for my mom's birthday. We went out and over to Mammoth Cave and went across the ferry over there.
Oh, nice. Green River Ferry over there.
Yeah.
That's nice. I've been across
That's the biggest
that
ride I did. Other than that, just nowhere special.
So
up to London and back a couple times, and
That spot that you were at there where the ferry is,
Right.
you were about 7 miles away from that golf course I was talking about over at Cub
okay.
Run. Yeah, it's just on the other side of the river.
All right.
Yeah.
We basically went across the river and then immediately turned around and came back.
Yeah.
Not on the ferry, but we went across.
Yeah, you head on up around and it circles back around.
I mean, well, you know how I am. So my ride is follow that guy.
follow the bike in front of you.
The bike in front of me. That's how I get where I'm going. If anybody ever asks me, where are you? I'm behind him.
Now, mind you,
that's what I know.
Most of the time, the bike that you're following is being it's Terry that you're following.
True.
And let's just put this out here for the people. Terry has never been lost in his life. Period. I don't care. I don't care where he was at. I don't care if he were to be dropped off by parachute in the middle of the night in a country that he's never been into. He'd go, "Oh yeah, you go up here and take a left, and you'll be right at blah 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 blah," and he'd know exactly where he's at. I've never seen anything like it.
I've never been anywhere with Terry that we haven't run into somebody he knows.
It's unreal,
and that
isn't
blows
it?
my mind. We were just getting gas at a gas station 200 miles from where they live, and somebody rolls in the gas station and is like, "Terry, what's up?" And I'm like,
How?
How does everybody know you?
Yeah, it's true.
But
it's true. He's awesome,
and he makes it fun.
He does, and he knows these off the road, kind of off the beaten path kind of trails and places to go that takes you to some of the most beautiful scenery in Kentucky.
Yep.
And it's again, you hang a right up down here, and you're right back in like town.
Yep.
It's almost like it's unreal how close some of these places are to like civilization, and you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. It's pretty amazing.
It is
pretty amazing. The first big ride that I took with you guys when he took us to Blues Bikes and Barbecue in E-Town.
Yep.
Oh my Lord! Like we meandered all over Nifley. Is that the name of the
Nifley. Taylor County?
Yeah,
up into back
we
roads.
we took that little down by the creek. We went down by the river and then up by this little creek, and we went probably 30 or 40 miles. It felt like down by this creek. Realistically, it was more like 2 or 3. And when we came out the other side, we were back on this like main highway, and heading toward like Campbellsville.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it was unreal. Like just how beautiful that little ride was. And then we put a few miles on the bikes that day though. I mean, we booked in
I had to fill up twice.
340, 350, somewhere around there, I think is where we were at. That was just his part of it. And then we had to ride back home from Adair County. So that was a good ride, but
that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
You've taken me on a few good rides. You're better at that than I am. I get lost too. For anybody that doesn't know me, I either follow that guy or I follow the purple line on my GPS, and that's how I get anywhere. I can't navigate my house without somebody there to give me directions. I have the worst sense of direction in the world, known to man. I've said this before. You could put me in a car, blindfold me, open and close the door 3 times, and I wouldn't have a clue how to get back out of there.
Never moving.
Never move. Yeah, you just open and close the door, and I'm completely lost. So, but now Jeremy here has taken me on a few pretty good rides.
There's been a few that we've gone on that there's been, and the thing is Terry has got the kind of the central Kentucky area completely mapped out. Anywhere you want to go in central Kentucky, he is the guy to hook up with to ride with. Right. Over here in eastern Kentucky, I've kind of beat myself up around these hills enough. And working for the construction company that we worked for, my job was to give directions to truck drivers. So I spent 7 years looking at maps. And so I found a lot of these little roads and heard the stories of these drivers, and they're like, "Hey, you got to check this place out. It's pretty neat. It's a pretty little place." And then just not this summer, but last summer, we ended up with a named road here, a named ride here in Pulaski County.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, the is it the rattlesnake? Is that what it is?
Rattlesnake.
The
rattlesnake. 192.
Yeah, Highway 192, heading from where we are now, heading east out of Pulaski County, goes down to it actually runs all the way over to London if you want to run the full rattlesnake. A lot of times what we'll do is we'll run 192 out and then head across the dam there at Holly Bay, run back over to 25, the Falls Road, and then come back across Cumberland Falls area. Really, really good ride, meandering little roads. Of course, be careful on 25. It's kind of a rough. There's some hairpin turns down there, especially right at DuPont Lodge by the falls. But a good ride. And a lot of fun. Another one that we did was we went south on 27 down into Tennessee, headed over across this area called Bandy Creek toward Pickett State Park.
Oh, yeah.
And just before you get to Pickett State Park, there is an amazing restaurant. I mentioned it earlier, got the names mixed up. It's called Bacara's.
Yeah.
Now, if you go to Bacara's, make sure you got cash because they do not accept credit cards whatsoever. They are only open certain times. You got to go to the website to find when they're open. But very, very good food and a good halfway point. Like if you're riding from like Pulaski County area,
and you want to do a decent ride. What about 100?
It's about 120 mile round trip.
Yeah, and it's a good halfway point for that.
Yeah, it's a good halfway point. You're basically at the lowest point, and then you'll come back up through. What is the name of that area over there? Rice Valley and Pickett State Park and Mount Pisgah, I think is what it is, in Monticello, south of Monticello, Kentucky.
Okay, Monticello, I know that.
Yeah, you come back, you come back up into Monticello.
Okay,
just another one of those all around good rides. Just out in the country, make sure you have plenty of fuel whenever you head out, and if you get to Tennessee and you see, hey, my tank's half empty. Stop and fill up.
Hey, you can stop in Oneida?
Oneida, yeah. Oneida's a good spot. There where Bacara's is, there's a little gas station that's out there now.
Okay.
So you can fill up there. Now, of course, it's a little country place. So, I mean, if you're not...
They don't serve alcohol there.
No, they do not.
But they do have a corking service.
They do.
So if you want to bring your own for a fee, you can have that at the table.
Right.
But they don't serve anything there.
No, it's a dry county. But yeah, that's definitely a good ride.
And
then
amazing
of course
food.
we've done the other dam ride that the dam ride, the other dam ride, Wolf Creek Dam. We've been across it a couple of times, you and I.
Yeah. That's a rough ride now, though.
Oh yeah.
Man, well they've been doing that construction project down there, trying to keep the dam from collapsing.
Oh yeah.
That road's all chewed up, and they've got big metal. Those big steel plates down across the road and everything.
Not good.
It's rough on a bike. Yeah.
No kidding. So have you been back there this summer? Been down through there
in the car?
Summer?
I haven't been on the bike, but in the car I've been down there twice now, and and they've got it's one lane. They only let one lane of traffic across the dam at a time now.
Oh no!
So you got to wait. They got stoplights at each end, so you got to wait.
Not good.
That'd be rough on a bike because you got to sit there and wait for I'd say a good 3 or 4 minutes.
Wow.
In between the light cycles.
Heard that. Now, I know the last time we were down there,
but it's a beautiful road down through there.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful. Like all the way down from Jamestown to the dam, and then from the dam on down to what, is that 90?
90,
yeah. Gorgeous ride. And, of course, you're down on the lake when you're at the dam. If you're on the lake side or if you're on the outlet side, it's awesome. And that's what I was going to say. The outlet side has got that little ice cream shop that's down there in the bottom. Oh, my God, some of the best ice cream on the planet. And I don't know if it's because we're just out riding and it's so hot and you
sweaty.
And I don't know. It may just be that in that situation, you could hand me an ice cube and it would be the greatest thing I've ever eaten in my life.
This is the tastiest treat ever.
But the ice cream down there is really good. Really good.
Yep. Now, you're talking about these rides that we're doing down around the Bacara's, and I believe you've got those laid out, and people can find those if they're interested, right?
I do. If you go to Google Maps, there's one that's called the Dam Route. It's, just DAM.
We're not swearing.
We're not swearing here. It's the Damn Route by J Ham, and it will map you.
And Ham is HAMM.
Yeah, 2 M's. It will map you from Pulaski County. That's where I started the route, all the way around through that, and then the German Hairpin is another one by J Ham. The German Hairpin, I named it that because down around Bandy Creek there are quite a few hairpin curves, and they are pretty tight, like tight enough that
5 or 10 mile an hour tops.
Yeah, you go around these on a bike, you're typically scraping the pegs, and we call it the German Hairpin simply because Baccaras down there, their specialty is German food, German fare. So
I think the chef is from Germany, right?
He is indeed. Yeah. And he always has some sort of a special that they're running, like,
and that bread. Oh, that bread with that orange,
the orange marmalade
butter.
Yeah. So good.
So good.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing that I always think of was the pumpkin soup that they had. Do you remember the pumpkin soup?
Oh yeah. Yeah. The curried pumpkin soup
was amazing.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
But now that's a seasonal thing.
It is.
We can't say that's always.
No.
The menu does change. They do
according to whatever's in season.
Yep.
He definitely uses whatever's fresh and in at that point. So, yeah. So yeah, that's the couple of routes that I have. Like I say, you can look them up on Google Maps, and just type in the German Hairpin or the Damn Route, and it should pull them both up. So
nice.
Yeah.
And you're a lot better at that stuff than I am.
It's just a matter of sitting around and pinpointing things on a map. So have you ever done any of the biker get-togethers other than the one that we went to in E-Town?
Man, I feel so out of place.
Me too.
With anything like that, I feel like I am such a not biker. Like I am like one. I am definitely what they would call a weekend warrior.
Yeah, me too, for sure.
All the real bikers would make fun of me.
Yeah.
So no, I've never been. I went to the one with Terry,
and it was nice.
It was really nice. The people were super friendly. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I was so scared of.
Yeah, I'm the same way, because that was if most of them are like that.
I guess you hear all this stuff about like Sturgis and those places like that where people
Junebug
get rowdy.
Jamboree. Have you heard of the Junebug Jamboree?
No, I'm not familiar with that one.
You've not heard of that one? That one's in Tennessee. It's kind of like Little Sturgis.
Well, Little Sturgis is
it's in Kentucky.
Over by Ashland. Well, it's in Ironton, Ohio.
Is
that
like
right across the river.
Okay. You heard they can't call it Little Sturgis anymore.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're not allowed to, because Sturgis is a trademarked thing, and they called it Little Sturgis to try to. I know it's a town.
It's a town,
but the Sturgis event is a trademarked thing, so they couldn't call it Little Sturgis anymore because it was infringing on trademark. So now I don't even remember what they call it now, but it's just a big rally, and I don't know. I've heard that it gets pretty wild too.
Whatever used to be Little Sturgis gets pretty rowdy.
Yeah.
Mom and Terry have been to that actually.
Have they?
Yep. Mom was not a fan.
No. Mm-mm. Little too rich for her blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I've heard Junebug is pretty much the same way. It gets pretty rough and rowdy down in Tennessee. I think it's in Clarksville, Tennessee.
I think I'm definitely geared more for the stuff like blues bikes and barbecue.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I would love to see something like that here. We have Summer Nights Cruise.
Well, why couldn't they do so on the cruise weekends, right? There's once a month. They got the Summer Nights Cruise here.
Yep.
They do Mopar week. They do Mustang week. They do why couldn't they do a bike week?
I don't know.
One time. I'm not even saying every year, just one time. Just try it.
Right. And don't even do it on a cruise weekend. Do it a different weekend even. But here's the thing. From what I've seen with the cruise, they are not very biker friendly. And the reason I say this is personal experience. When I had pinstriping done on my Sportster,
all right, yeah.
Dr. Daryl Roberts, Dr. D, God rest his soul. He he was an amazing artist, and he's at a small place called DeLand, Florida, DeBerry, Florida, and it's kind of in between Orlando and Daytona. The reason I know this place is I had a great uncle that lived in DeBerry, and so that's where Daryl Dr. Roberts is from. Now, unfortunately, Miss Daryl Dr. Roberts, he passed away last year.
Oh no!
Yeah, it broke my heart. But I had him to do some pinstriping on the first bike that I owned. I went and bought this little Sportster. It was a 97 Sportster, and completely stripped it down, refinished it. And afterwards I thought, man, pinstriping would look so good on this bike. So I thought,
and it did look good.
And it did. I contacted Dr. Roberts because I'd seen some of his work on a couple of the other bikes around here in town. And I was like, I got to get that guy. So I looked him up, found out where he was from. And I was like, so do you ever come to Somerset, Kentucky? And he's like, yeah. I come up there for the car show at least twice a year. I was like, well, when will you be there again? He said, well, I'll be there. I can't remember if it was the August or the September one that he was coming to. And I said, well, I want you to do some pinstriping on my bike. Would you care to do it? He's like, nah, dude, bring it over. What time will you be there? I'll be ready for you. And I was like, well, we'll do it that morning. That way I'm out of there before the car show gets going.
Right.
So I showed up over there at like 8:30. Now we're talking 8:30 in the morning on Saturday morning. Right. Vendors are just getting like unpacked. They're not even like set up. They're just like drinking their coffee still and BSing.
Right.
And pull up, he walks around my bike 2 or 3 times. He's like, what colors are you looking at? And I was like, whatever you think, dude. You're the artist. I don't have a dog in that fight. I said, whatever you want to do to that bike, you do to it. He said, all right, give me a few minutes. I kid you not, when he was finished, like 45 minutes later, some of the most beautiful pinstriping I've ever seen in my life. And he did it all freehand right there. Like it was unreal to watch him work. But in the process, we had this gentleman, I'll say, pull up on a nice little golf cart and absolutely rake me over the coals for having a motorcycle downtown when they were going to have a car show. And I was like, dude, I'm having pinstriping done to my bike. I'm like, one of the vendors here at your car show is doing work for me. I'm paying him.
Right.
And he was like, and even, Dr. D, he was like, he's my customer right now. He'll be gone here in a little bit. And he was like, well, you got to get that bike out of here. And I'm like, I will when he's finished.
Oh yeah, dude, those guys are such jerks.
And he was. I mean, it was completely uncalled for. The bike wasn't going to stay there. I that really turned me completely off to the car shows.
Well, I used to live downtown, right? I used to live in an apartment right downtown. I had an argument with one of those little guys that they give a little shirt, and then all of a sudden he thinks he's the king of the world. Mm-hmm. He sat there with his little barricade and tried to tell me I couldn't go home one night. I told him the best thing he could do is get the hell out of my way before I ran his ass over.
That's right. Absolutely.
I was like, I don't care who you are. I live in that building right behind you, and I'm going home.
So you can either
get ran over or get the hell out of my way.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
like, you can't bring that car in here. You're not in the show. I was like, I'm going home. Move out of my way.
Yeah, whether you like it or not. Yeah, you might be able to block off, but I'm local traffic. I live there.
Yeah. Dude, made me so damn mad.
It's crazy, I mean, for something that brings so many people and brings so much money into the county here, you would think the people would be a little more appreciative and be friendly to the locals.
Well, you think they would be nice to anybody because they don't know who you are.
True, very true.
I could have been a reporter.
Absolutely.
For some big thing covering the cruise, and then I'm going to write up how big jerks everybody down here is and don't bother going.
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's frustrating.
It is very frustrating. And so, yeah, I mean, maybe one day Pulaski County will have a bike something that we can do.
That'd be nice.
I would love to see it. And, I don't know, something to look forward to.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and we've got the rattlesnake.
Absolutely.
One end of it is over here, so
that's right.
We could do a big rattlesnake ride or something.
Yeah, the rattlesnake ride, and like I said, it takes you right straight over to going across the dam there.
Well, here's what we do. Maybe we go to London and get them to host it.
There you go.
And start over here and end over there.
Wildcat Harley, it's right there, right?
Yeah, exactly. Get them to sponsor it or something.
It'd be all right. That would be all right.
I don't know, man.
I don't either.
But it would be nice to have something like that here.
It would. It would.
I like spending my time on two wheels, bicycle or motorcycle. Mm-hmm. So if I tell you I'm going out on the bike, you need pedal or not pedal, because I'll do either one.
Right.
I'm a big fan of both.
I do the same thing. Now, of course, we've got the lake here, and that's another whole set of craziness that happens with the lake.
Yeah.
And I've never really been a big fan of going down to the lake because it's such a big draw from outside people.
Such a tourist trap.
Yeah, the locals typically are like, hey, yeah, we'll leave that for the people from out of town.
Out-of-towners, yeah.
But yeah, I'm right there with you, dude. You know, it's definitely motorcycle, bicycle, not so much. It's not that I wouldn't enjoy it. I don't have access to. I've got a little dirt bike that I can run around in the yard with, but I wouldn't want to go any kind of distance with it.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
But on the motorcycle for sure. And then anytime that we're going to go out to get some good eats, I'm there.
Yep. And why not ride the motorcycles out to the restaurant?
Absolutely. Now we're
bring it all together.
That sounds like a great day.
Oh yeah, it's great. There were a couple of things I wanted to talk about real quick.
Okay.
That popped up in the news here lately.
Yeah.
And they do kind of tie into what we've been talking about. So we've been talking a lot about food.
Okay.
And I did not know this. It was news to me. Were you aware that Fazoli's is a local thing?
I didn't. I did not notice, or I did not know that. I know that, dating back even to like the late 90s, whenever I was in high school, one of the things I was the choir nerd, I spent 4 years in chorus. And we would go to Eastern Kentucky University every year for adjudication, it's where you go get judged on how well the chorus performs. And one of the things was, before the Fazoli's was here in Somerset, was to go to Richmond, and they'd park the bus there on Restaurant Row is what they called it. And you had like Bojangles, you had McDonald's, and then the big one was Fazoli's. Arby's was there as well, but Fazoli's was right there. And we were like, most people would go there because the Italian food was so good. And I was like,
and it's cheap.
It was cheap.
Free breadsticks.
And the breadsticks are phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, they will, you're going to eat garlic for 4 days afterwards, but man alive, it's good. Right. So no, I didn't realize that it was a local thing. But
it's headquartered out of Lexington, Kentucky. I did not know that.
It's kind of an odd thing too. I mean, an Italian restaurant
out of the middle of Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Their first ever restaurant was in downtown Lexington, and it was called Grazzi's. It had later they were purchased by a conglomerate. They changed the name to Fazoli's.
Yeah.
But a couple of weeks ago, that first restaurant actually was shut down.
Do you know why?
I think it was just underperforming. I mean, there's
just
no
possible location or something like that.
Yeah, it was in a pretty rough part of Lexington.
That makes sense.
But
that makes sense.
I think there's no corporate sentimentality. There's no KFC keeping Sanders Cafe open for all the years and that kind of thing.
Right.
But I didn't even know that it was headquartered here until I heard that they were closing the first ever Fazoli's in the country, and it was in Lexington, Kentucky. So that kind of caught me off guard.
That is different. I had no clue that that's where it all started.
Yeah.
But I have noticed, just being in Lexington the last few times I've been up there, it's expanding, and it's expanding in odd ways. Like it's the downtown is still the downtown,
Yeah.
But there are like these little pods almost that are just kind of springing up where you have restaurants and shopping and all of this.
Yeah.
And I can see where, if it was, I don't want to say a questionable part of town, but if it was in a place that's not getting as much traffic, where places like those little pods are just pulling people away from those areas, where they once, thrived.
So. Why would you go all the way over here just to a restaurant when you can go over here and there's shopping, treats, outdoor activities, fun for the family,
Starbucks,
entertainment, and restaurants all in one little area.
Right.
And that does hurt a lot of those places like that.
It really does.
And then you mentioned earlier that you guys went to the beach earlier this year.
We did, yes.
And I happen to know that while you were there, Ashley had a little accident.
Yeah.
And dropped her phone.
Yeah, her phone went swimming
in the ocean, which is not great.
Okay,
for
so
electronics.
So yeah, like typical, like just dropping water is bad.
Yeah,
salt water,
teeny bit worse.
It's a little bit worse. It's almost like it conducts electricity better or something. I don't know.
And it's more corrosive. All these kind of things. Yeah, it's really bad.
She did. So, she dropped her phone.
So
in the
how
ocean.
far would you go to get your phone? Like, did she jump down real quick and try to grab it right out of the water?
She did.
Was that like her initial reaction?
Her initial reaction was, brought back out of the water really quick. Yeah. It was still working. It didn't just like immediately die. It was still on, and she powered it down. So she did the proper steps, but whenever we tried to power it back up,
bad times, huh?
Dude. You know how any of you guys that have smartphones out there, you know how hot they get occasionally when you're really, really, really taxing them. As far as you've got 7 apps open and you're playing a game and you're streaming this and there's music playing in the back. Yeah, so hers did it
turn into a Galaxy Note 7?
It almost. It was so close. There was no smoke, but that doesn't mean there wasn't fire. We actually put the phone, we wedged it in the air conditioning unit at the hotel to cool it. It's unreal how hot that phone got. But as far as how far I would go for a dropped phone, I don't know. I mean, the phone that I have now is supposed to be water resistant, waterproof-ish. I don't know.
Right.
The Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, it's supposed to be like, I don't know. I guess it's 30 minutes, right?
Yeah,
it's supposed to be.
They're like military water resistant, weather resistant. Yeah.
So now, if it dropped in the lake and I saw it bloop 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 in the water, I don't know that I would necessarily dive in after it. Maybe,
right?
But I don't know. Well, I wouldn't go insane.
You get that gut reaction though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I dropped my phone. I gotta.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay. So recently, a little funny story. Something a little worse, maybe, than that. In Washington D.C., our nation's glorious capital, where all the super intelligent people are.
Yeah. The swamp.
Yeah, it's
the swamp.
It's built on a swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a gentleman there who lived in one of those big high-rise apartment buildings, and he was taking his trash down to the end of the hall there. They got the little chutes, you drop your trash.
Oh, no.
And he had his phone in his hand.
Oh, no.
And he dropped his phone down the trash. Well, that instinct took over the guy.
Did he dive in after it?
Head first.
Oh, my Lord.
Dove into the trash chute.
How many stories up was this guy?
I don't know. It doesn't say in the article. I'm not sure.
Holy, because that's just a straight down drop.
Yeah, it's just a straight drop to a dumpster.
Right. So not only are you falling however many stories, but you're falling that many stories.
Yeah, into anything anybody's
into
thrown
trash.
Away. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so good and bad news. He didn't go to the dumpster.
Did he retrieve his phone?
Well, they're not sure in the article, but he got stuck in the chute. The assumption is that he must have been able to retrieve his phone
because he was able to call 911.
He himself placed a call to 911 to request a rescue.
Oh my gosh.
Firefighters and EMTs arrived on the scene, and they were able to use a harness to extract the gentleman from the trash chute. He was unharmed. Other than maybe his ego.
Was he a big old fat jolly guy with rosy cheeks?
And there was all these weird animals running around on the roof. Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Red suit and all.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, but even in that situation, red suit or not, there would be a brown stain on it. I'm just gonna say,
yeah,
and it wouldn't be from the trash.
No, yeah, I'm right there with you. I just couldn't believe that. Like, I get the instinct. I've dropped my phone, and my first reaction is just to dive and grab for it.
Right.
I don't think I would go head first down a trash chute.
No, I would probably make my way down to the
I think I would just get
bottom,
on the elevator and go down.
go down and say, hey, you know what? I dropped my phone. We need to open this thing up so I can get it.
Yeah.
How hard would that be? Because
I don't know.
That's insane.
I read
now,
that.
here's another thing, though, too. Did he? I'm wondering too if he initially just dove head first in, or if he could see it and maybe it got lodged and he could see it and kind of crawled in and fell.
Well, he did decline to comment, and they wouldn't. They did not release his name. But those both just they kind of involved what we were talking about. We're talking about food. We were talking about trips and stuff, and that reminded me of the phone. And then there's one more thing I got to talk about real quick. I know we're running long a little bit.
That's okay.
But
it's all good.
I read this and I laughed uncontrollably.
Okay.
And this is a limited time. This is a limited time thing. So I want to get this out there to anybody that's listening. If you're looking for employment, this is not a joke. At least as far as I can tell. NASA, our space agency for the United States, is seeking a planetary defense officer to protect the Earth.
Captain Planet.
The National Aeronautics and Space Administration is currently looking for someone with a secret security clearance. So you have to have your security clearance already to ensure alien life or organic constituent and biological contamination does not make its way back in a spaceship.
Okay.
More than that, this person is also, quote, responsible for leadership of NASA's planetary protection capability, maintenance of planetary protection policies, and oversight of their implementation by NASA's space flight missions, end quote.
Okay, so they need Agent Z.
Well, there's a little bit more. So this
They must have it.
Eligible candidates must have, quote, advanced knowledge of planetary protection, end quote. Experience overseeing nationally significant space programs and have demonstrated skills in diplomacy that resulted in win-win solutions during extremely difficult and complex multilateral discussion.
They need a...
Eat me!
No, they...
Eat me! I'm sorry. That's all I could think of. Like I know this is a legitimate. This is something. This really is.
Yeah, this is a real thing.
This is a real thing. They're offering $124,406 to $187,000 annual salary.
That's a 6-figure pay scale for something that you're going to effectively be a man in black.
So no.
No, I mean really.
Well, yeah.
I mean that's crazy. That's awesome, but it's crazy.
There you go.
How about
so
that?
if any of our listeners out there, or if you know anybody out there that you think is qualified, NASA is currently accepting applications. You've got some stiff competition though. I did see recently that a 6-year-old handwrote a letter and sent that in as his application. He's really familiar with planetary defense because he's seen all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies and he loves Guardians of the Galaxy. So
you know what?
He's well qualified. There's some stiff competition going for this job out there.
That's crazy. Crazy.
And that's a legitimate story. That is a real deal right there.
One other thing, today being the 5th, I do want to also throw this out there. In just a few days, we are going to be experiencing something that the planet hasn't seen in a long time.
I forgot all about that.
Total solar eclipse.
21st?
The 21st.
Yeah.
Anyone that's going out to view this, please make sure that you're wearing the safety glasses. Even though it's going to be dark,
even
the corona
during total occlusion.
Yeah, it is.
Keep your protective eyewear on.
Absolutely,
it's still not safe.
It's not
look
safe.
Directly at it.
The articles that I've been reading, being a teacher, the kids, there's a lot of people that are going to be viewing this.
Yeah.
We actually are going to be out of school that day.
Because of
the county decided that they were going to go ahead and close the school that day for students. Now teachers are going to be there.
For anybody that doesn't know, we here where we live, we will not be in the total occlusion zone. We're in like the 98% occlusion zone.
Yeah.
So we should still get a fair shot at it.
Yeah, it's still going to be dark.
Yeah, it's still going to be dark. It's just not going to be 100% occlusion.
Right. Hopkinsville, I think Kentucky is one of the
I wouldn't even risk it, man.
No, because they're talking about 500,000 people.
Not only that, do you know how much money they're charging? Like farmers are charging like $200-$300 to rent a 10-foot square plot of their field.
Doesn't surprise me a bit.
To take pictures and view it and stuff.
Yeah, it does not surprise me one little bit. They're going to make a lot of money off of this, but
I mean, more power to them. But I'm not going to go out there and pay $200. I mean, 98% is close enough to 100.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I forgot all about that. And that is going to be something.
That's going to
really
be
worth
something to see.
Yeah.
So that's what I was going to say though. Just please make sure you're wearing the eye protection because from what I've seen, even though it's going to be dark. If you're still looking up through there, the corona can still burn your retina, and you won't even know it's happening.
It takes a while. It's not an instant effect. Yeah,
but just be safe out there.
Yeah, and if you happen to get a great shot, a good picture, some video, something that looks nice, send it our way. Again, you can do that on Twitter at 2 Minds Podcast.
Or you can shoot it to us through Facebook, leave us a post and some feedback. Facebook.com/2mindspodcast.
Or send it to us as an email attachment. 2mindspodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. We'll throw it up on the website. And any feedback that you can give us, we'd love to hear from you. We'd be glad to hear it. So it's been a pleasure.
It has.
So, Mr. Claymwell.
Yes, sir.
Episode 3. Let's put it in the can. What do you say?
In the can.
Awesome. Have a great evening.
You too.